It's at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna sing for DJ Singer a song that says, "Where have you been all of my life?" You know the guy who's on that, it's a lady who's on that song. What's the name of that guy?
Just take me back.
Where have you been all my life?
No, because you're singing terribly, I can't even understand what kind of song is that. So I can't tell what is that.
Sorry.
Can
Sorry,
you but
use, you're going to allow us.
Is there another word for
another
it? Another
word for bullshit?
For bull that.
For
yeah. Bull that one.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Excuse my language.
Excuse your French. Huh?
But in the studios today, Friday, we have everyone who makes the party happen online. So Joe Makuza, you must know that name. And Laundry Niwemfura. That's the other name. I got it right?
Yeah.
Anderson is the other side of the building. Are you there, Anderson?
We outside.
You're outside.
You should have just said the energetic Anderson. Yeah, super energetic.
She's the other
Love
side
that girl.
of the building.
Where did you see
She's
that?
coming from the gym.
Looks like she did some drills in the morning before she got here.
Listen, because the energy in this room, you can do it when you're weak.
Joe and Laundry, welcome to Kigali in the morning, the Friday office party. I hope you feel at home already.
Yes. Thank you very much, yeah.
First thing I have to ask though is,
Yeah.
Can you teach me how to do a radio voice like that?
Which one?
Yours.
Yeah, like
Do you
comes
think?
on.
Do you think he actually went for radio training to actually have?
I feel like he
voice?
does. I did, like a
like
voice
he
training or
practices at
something.
home, like before, like
Yeah.
Royal I am office party.
The Friday office party.
Yeah, come on.
So, because I am afraid to mention the name of your podcast, but you guys are in the podcast space.
Yes.
What's the name of that podcast again?
Miss me with that bullshit.
Miss Me?
With that bullshit.
Is there another word for that though?
There was another one you had
I've been
just
trying to Google.
Bull that, yeah.
bull that, yeah.
Bull that, yeah. I think.
Miss me with that bull that.
What happens on this podcast?
Like the name implies, we talk a lot of bullshit. We just talk about life, what it's like being young men in these tough streets of Kigali, and our point of view.
Yeah.
And sometimes we get in trouble, but not too much trouble. Just the right amount.
Who is the lead singer on this podcast?
He looks like
Oh,
he
that's
looks
nice.
he looks like he's the lead singer.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
They gave me a button. Whenever I say something out of pocket,
Yeah.
he presses
So,
it.
yeah.
But at this point,
And
our
that's
guests are
like,
used to
the
it.
button is empty now. Like, we always have to change pills because of this guy. Like, the guy is like out of pocket 99.9% of the time. So, like, there's one day where he comes in, he's not talking too much shit. And everybody's like, what happened to Joe? Is he okay?
Why is he clean?
Do you need
Yeah.
a hug?
Yeah, like, what's going on in his life?
You know the button to press to actually awaken the other side of him,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts bringing his bull.
Yeah.
The bull that.
Yeah.
Bull that, bull that.
Bull that.
The bull that, yeah. So yeah, sometimes I have to say no to some stuff because he's way out, like too much out of pocket at some point, in my opinion. But as he said, he's never too gone.
I love that. I love being out of pocket sometimes. I love the bull. I do that a lot sometimes. And I love it. Just keep doing it. But what exactly went through your mind to come up with that kind of podcast?
Name.
The name, we were originally inspired by, what was it called again? The British one.
Which one? Oh, the
Shits and Gigs.
Yeah.
Just two guys sitting talking about life. So we said, let's do the same kind of thing in Rwanda. Because sometimes you don't have to invent the wheel.
Yeah.
You just have to put it in another country. And we just started with one episode, then another, and it slowly started rolling. And now we've just been consistent and also experimenting with other things.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, guys, today there's a
Yes.
new episode out on
Yes.
our YouTube page. Just type in Miss Me With That Bullshit. We've been upgrading some things behind the scenes, trying to improve it slowly but steadily. We don't have as enough production as you guys do, but slowly and steadily we shall catch up
day.
to you guys. One day.
As they say,
Amen.
One day at a time. I want to hear from you. What's been the reception of the kind of content that you're doing?
Some people hate us, some people love us, but my favorite thing is like when I meet people just out, like I'll be in Cadillac or out in these streets and people
So
be like,
Cadillac is your place, I see.
Yeah.
no.
Shout out to them.
No. It's not my place. I occasionally pass by them
Okay.
to assess the streets.
But it's also
But-
okay to accept that it's your
Yeah, actually, you should acknowledge the
You
fact
should
that you
own
love
it.
that place.
It's a fun place, I can't lie. But most people will come up in person and they'll be like, yo, we love what you're doing. Keep it up. You're talking about the things we think about, but we don't say out loud.
Also, we have this thing that like me personally, in my experience is people like to interact. Maybe they don't agree with our opinion on something, and they maybe like I'm outside somewhere, and then I just meet someone who's like, yo, I feel like this should be like this. I don't agree with you. So like I can see the perspective of the person as well.
Yeah.
So I can also understand what other people think about. Maybe I'm not right.
Yes.
But also you need to know that everyone won't agree with you in life about everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
You just have to do what you think you are doing right. Not everyone is gonna be on your side.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're not looking for everybody. We're looking for like people who just understand
just
and
keep
trying
doing
to
your thing.
Yeah, and the thing is also like I think you're always on the right path when half the people dislike you and the other half love you.
See, this kind
I
of
think
face.
no, for real though, like because
You are right.
I actually
anyone
right though,
interesting
you're
in
right.
life, they're polarizing, right?
Yeah.
Half of them hate them, the other half love them. So if you're doing something and half the people love you and half the people dislike you, you're on the right path.
you're doing something right.
Yeah.
If you realize some people don't like you, that means you're doing something right.
And the other thing is also because of social media, people will like jump in the comments and will say things they'll never say in person.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people like who, excuse my French, but talk shit in our comments. But the moment I meet them in real life, they're nothing but polite because they're not going to say what they were saying in the comments.
Because social media has given a lot of people a lot of liberty to type. Anyone can type anything, whatever, because they're invisible, right?
Because they can get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
like Mike Tyson famously said, a lot of people in this generation have never been punched in the face. I'm not advocating for violence,
Please
but
understand
but I get where he's
what
coming
he
from.
means. Yes.
Right, because like 20, 30 years ago,
I
before the
think-
internet.
I think he should have said many people have not been beaten by the ears. before.
Oh, yeah.
There is this particular conversation you are having about dating in Kigali. I think that's how I got to know about your podcast. I just want to hear your personal views. Are guys, are boys, are men doing it right in Kigali in the dating space?
It depends. I can see Anderson is so happy.
Very good question.
Because I have my own
Opinion, yes.
So,
Let's hear it.
It depends on the guy, right? I know men who are happily married but spend more money on their 5 side chicks than their family.
5 side chicks.
Yes.
In
He not
Kigali.
lying. He
Kigali,
not
these are
lying.
the streets.
what side of Kigali do you
They
stay?
are wealthy.
This one.
These are the
This
streets.
one you are
What
in.
side of Kigali do you stay?
Yes.
'Cause
I'm not on the streets, by the way. I'm on the pavement just watching.
What a liar.
Right?
What's a liar, bro?
Right? But then
Yes.
also I have like a couple of friends who recently got married and having children and they're doing all right. And then other friends who are, just out there testing the waters. And other people I know who aren't doing anything because they're discouraged, whether they're broke or they don't have their life in order. So they're just like, let me just sit it out and focus on myself. It really depends on who you talk to.
Yes.
Depends on who you talk to.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Percentage-wise,
Jesus.
you're not
I feel
answering
like
the question.
He's right in the sense of dating in Kigali is
it hard or it's easy?
It's hard. Jesus.
Hard.
Hard?
Yes.
What is hard about it?
I think
Okay, let me
dating
put it
is
this
hard
way.
for broke people.
Yes.
Yes, but let
No,
me finish my point of view. It's hard in the sense of you have to figure out what you want first. You can't go for everything and anything, right? And the second thing is you have to understand the fact that like sometimes it won't be as easy as you think it should be, right? And also it's also about having conversations. And these people usually are not good. People
Oh, yeah.
having
They're not
conversations.
good with conversations.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you
Conversation
mean?
is
What
an
do you
art
mean around
skill.
these people? Like
Transparency.
both genders? Like
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And
Transparency
yeah,
is
and
hard.
there's transparency, as she's saying, is very very hard to have here. So usually it's when you get in a good thing, you should keep it.
Yeah.
And
If-
keep quiet.
The grass is never
because
green on the
it's
other
not easy
side.
to
Yeah,
find.
you just leave it. Just go for it and just go.
You know what is really surprising me? I actually thought this was the version of us women. It's us who are concerned. But I'm actually surprised the boys are going through the same thing.
Oh, yeah. You see that dating one you're talking about?
Yeah.
A week after it came out, I was like, Cadillac, this was back in Feb. And
Like
some
again.
random guy came up to me and he was like, yo, dude, thank you for talking about that. This is a struggle all guys like go through. And I'm like, oh, women are mad at me. I understand where they're coming from. and
I wouldn't
everything.
be mad at you because dating is actually hard in this town.
Yeah.
Wait, just said dating is not hard. It's just like
I think
people are
it's
broke.
easy breezy for him. Let's hear from
Yes, tell us.
him. Is dating
Explain-
easy
yeah.
for you?
Yeah.
The dating experience? I'm now hosting you.
Dating
Yes.
is harder
Yeah.
when you don't have the means.
Oh no, that's 100%
Yeah,
correct.
that's true. That's true.
When you have the
you-
money,
No, let's just. Why are you polite? Just say dating is harder when you're broke.
Broke.
Yes.
However,
No,
I
I
also
want it
would like
to
to
be.
disagree.
I want it to be a little kind.
Polite.
forget the manners.
Let anyone.
Yeah.
Please.
So that gets me
Yes.
asking, because I've been asking myself, is it men in Rwanda are not dating because they don't have, they don't give money because they don't have, or they are simply stingy people? Don't they have, or they
Okay,
just
can I
stingy?
talk about on the stingy thing is like me and all my friends have been through this. We just started dating a girl like in the first 2 weeks, and they already asked for money. I'm like, I don't know you like that to give you money like that. Now, if I ride
How
with
would you want to know her to give her money?
yeah, that's the thing, right? It's like after a week or two, it's like you're asking for money. I'm like, no. If we're
How
out
long
together,
should it take her to ask you for money?
if she's officially my girlfriend and I like her, and
Should she even ask for money anyway?
no,
Wouldn't you just give
that's
her
the other
money?
thing as well, right? As
Why
men,
are you waiting to be asked?
we don't want to be asked to give money, but if you're the girl I'm dating and we're serious, I want to be able to be like, oh, hey, go get your nails done, right? Or here's a nice gift, right? We don't like that imposition.
You guys
of,
take
"You have
long to
give me money."
actually do that. And I think because you've taken long to do that, that's why they end up asking you. Because you take long to
2 weeks is
see
No, no,
that
no, no,
she
no, no. But
needs
2
this.
weeks, like 2 weeks into dating, it's like they're already asking
How
for
long?
money.
How long should it take for her to ask? How long should you date?
Relationship.
If she's officially my girlfriend and it's
Relationship.
someone
What's
I
official anyway? What makes
Hey,
it
him-
after?
Wait,
him-
wait,
him-
wait,
him-
wait. It's a
Yes,
thing. Wait,
come
it's a
on.
thing though. It's a thing. It's a thing. To be honest.
That part.
You know this
That part.
conversation we can
Yes.
slip
Girls,
there, right?
girls want men apparently to us to be like
Yes.
officially
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Do you
and
ever
On the
tell your
first day.
girlfriend?
No, but when the relationship progresses,
Yes.
apparently, I
You
didn't know
should-
that you should ask.
When
You
don't
didn't know
assume.
that?
Because you know, let me
Hell
tell you,
no.
one
What do
thing-
you
one-
mean you didn't know
One
that?
thing is for sure. we
I'll
do
get
not-
back to that.
Me as with the certain girls who won't ask.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I feel like why should I ask? Is it official? Because those statements are really annoying by asking guys. So who are we? Are we dating? Are we girlfriend? And is that what you want me to ask? No. So that actually gets me asking. When
Yeah.
is it going to be official? When do you
So,
actually
you
show
know-
that it's official?
Okay, can I add something to that?
Eh.
I think it depends on the girl and the relationship you have with her. Because if she's just someone you're having fun with, you're gonna get annoyed. Like, why do you asking me? Like, you just come over, we have fun. I send
So
you
how
home.
how
whatever.
as a girl, how am I going to know I'm not annoying you? I'm not the one who's supposed to be official.
Don't just ask for
'Cause
money.
I won't ask. So
Thank
money
you.
is the problem.
Thank you.
Ask for money. A guy
Money is
who
the
loves
problem.
you is gonna give you money.
Guys, look here.
A guy who likes you is gonna
let you.
take long to
just
give
let
you
me,
money.
Let me tell you this. I'm gonna be very clear on this statement, and
Yes.
to the guys in the building.
Yeah.
Stand
Okay.
on business.
Yes.
This is it.
Yeah.
There are two things. I am not. There are three things actually. One, I'm either dating you for marriage, or you're dating for fun, or it's supposed to be transactional. Can we be very clear on this?
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen to that.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
one, you don't you're a married man, for example, or you're a guy who has another girlfriend, official girlfriend. Clearly, there's no future between me and you.
Yes.
So what is there?
You
What-
try to
what
win the
brings us?
space.
No, what it brings us, what actually bonds us? You're either
Transaction.
giving me money.
Yeah.
I'm either crazy head over heels over you, which won't last. Maybe it will just for a short time, and I'm having fun.
But
and then,
I have a counter for that though. As you said, like when it comes like to a short-term thing, and you asking for money right away. Now, maybe I was trying to be serious with you
On day two.
see, the problem is you're not clarifying it by telling me I am serious.
After 2 weeks.
Yes, tell me I want this to be a serious thing. Have a conversation with me. But for as long as you're playing games, I'm also going to think you're playing games. So pay me the money. Simple.
Because it's games. You're not
That's it. All right. So it's a transaction.
This party, I'm shy to tell you what time it is because when we say the time, you would think the gym singer is about to get out of the studios, but he's not getting out of the studios. He told me yesterday he will be playing on zero frequency
Yes,
as well.
he said he's going to be playing for Zuba. I can't wait. For the first time, I'm going to be hearing a DJ on Zuba's show. It's exciting.
Exciting.
I just don't know if he's going to be able to play a lot of piano, though.
Throne.
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
Listen, we have 28 minutes to 10 o'clock. We have Joe Makuza in the studios. We have Laundry. We have Anderson in the studios today on the Friday office party. We hope that you're having some good time this morning before you get to the office. I know one beautiful lady. Her name is Josephine.
Who's Josephine?
She says she would never get out of the car
Until it's 10.
until the music stops.
Well done, Josephine. Well done. And I hope your HR understands. I know.
Just record this and play it for them. They'll understand.
Yes.
Somebody, I don't know how to help some people, but I didn't know someone had never read the 10 Commandments.
of God,
Yes.
the Bible,
Yes.
or the other?
Have you read the 10 Commandments?
I literally know them even when in my sleep. I know them.
You know the 10 Commandments?
Yes, sir.
Joe, you know the 10 Commandments?
I think most of them.
I think we,
Stop lying,
I think
bro.
that's what we did like growing up. We had to know all the 10 Commandments
Okay.
from home, right?
So this guy says, guys, I just finished reading the 10 Commandments, guys, and all I can say is that we are not going.
To heaven. I am going to heaven.
He's a birthday.
Anyhow, just a quick reminder before we get into our conversation again is Equity mobile app. You want to make your life very simplified with the Equity mobile app. Now you can send money, you can pay bills, all you want to do. Buy airtime anytime, anywhere, check your balance, get a statement in seconds, even apply for a loan right from your phone. Secure and always open. Download the Equity mobile app today from Google Play or any Apple Store. You can call 4555 to learn more. Your bank in your pocket. Equity Bank, your listening and caring partner. Before we went into the music break, we were talking about dating in Kigali, and I think it's Joe who said that we need to finish this conversation and rest it.
It's going to be hard to rest.
The quorum in the studios, they so believe that dating, especially in Kigali, is crazy difficult.
I think it depends on where you're dating people from.
Oh
Like
my
if
God,
you're dating the girl from the church and everything, things experience says otherwise. But I think it really depends on where you're dating from. Like if you pick someone from whether they're man or woman from okay, let's not say church, from a coffee shop and
Coffee
they're
shop.
well standing and people
Yeah.
say nothing nice about them, you're good. But if you just meet someone random, it can work out or it can go sideways. You never know.
I just want to ask. I'm very curious about you, man. Where do you find the people you date? What
You
are
see a
those
pretty girl, you
that's-
say, "What's up?"
on the streets?
What a lie, bro.
You're gonna sit here in front of the entire population of Kigali and tell them you've never picked up a girl you just randomly saw.
Random-
No,
on the
absolutely.
roads.
Like, but like that's like once every 10 years.
Munias.
Yeah, like
Now,
it's crazy.
blue
So,
moon, damn.
Yeah,
so
so
where
like-
exactly do you meet your girls? The
Usually
ones
like in
you
a
get?
social environment. Let's put it that way. A social environment.
No
Usually-
recommendations? Like a friend recommends a friend?
I plead the fifth. Okay.
Someone is trying not to get caught in red-handed.
So where do you find the girls you date?
It's a mixture of both, like either like social circles or just randomly bump into someone and
Or someone
vibes
just
up.
connects you?
Oh yeah, that too as well.
Oh,
Wait,
right,
does that
right.
thing really exist? Like someone be like,
Yeah,
yo,
your
this
friend
is
just
boom
said
boom.
that.
Yeah,
A lot of weddings.
I've had a
lot of
friend who
weddings.
just introduced me to a girl.
Yeah.
Didn't go anywhere, but it is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I also do have a friend. She's introduced men to girls, and all of them are getting married.
Married, yes. My mom
like,
too.
one after another.
What?
My,
Yeah,
Your
I
mom
hate
is also
5
introducing people to.
Five women got married that my mom introduced them to other guys.
so guys, this is
Wow.
very funny.
Is your
but
mom
I
reachable
introduced
by phone?
Yes.
I
Muranga.
introduced I introduced
Azakura.
my ex to
Yes.
my friend, and they got married, and I love it. They're looking
Pause,
good
what?
together.
Perfect for each other. Yes, because
But
you
that's
know.
Kigali. That's Kigali. In these streets, it's either your
I really
ex.
wanted them because I didn't want him for marriage either. So
You
Ah,
know.
okay.
But
I
the
told
friend,
him-
don't get offended. She
no, I
does
told
not
my
mean
friend,
it in a bad
you're
way.
good to have them. You guys look good together.
Yeah.
Just to remind our audience that
Yes.
I just need to remind our audience that our guests come from a podcast
Yes.
which goes by the name that I'm shy to announce.
Don't be shy.
We will let them announce.
This is a judgment-free zone.
Miss me by.
Wait.
With the bullshit.
Miss me with the
Yes.
The both thing.
That one.
with
The
the
bull
bullshit.
that.
That one.
So you can find this podcast on social media handles. You use the same handles.
Yeah, so Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Instagram and TikTok are mostly our clips, like the highlights, and then
Okay.
YouTube for the full episode
Yes.
Miss me
with the bullshit.
with the bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just to give it the name that it goes with on YouTube, it's there. Go and get indulged.
There's a new episode out today.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What is this episode about? Everything and everything.
So this one actually was shot 2 weeks ago, and just because of scheduling, we're releasing it now. It was just after the ball games.
Yeah.
That's one of the things we talked about. my memory is wonky, so I don't remember what
We
else
talked about a lot of things. Politics in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and then
Ball.
of course. And then there was
I
a
hope
lot
you
of topics.
remember to talk about the fashion and the vibes and the ball. Yes. Australia, the court site.
You have to watch it first. And
Yes,
Yeah,
then
I'm
go
totally
watch
gonna
it.
look.
Yeah.
What time does it drop?
I think it's already out. Chris Andres said it's out now.
Okay, so I guess it's out
Yeah.
right now. Shout out to Chrysanth, by the way.
Here's a question. I'm seeing a lot of people, everyone is running into the podcast space.
Yes.
Anderson also has a podcast. Juliana has one
That's coming.
In the works.
Yeah.
Please be warned.
Yes.
Be warned that when Juliana goes on the podcast where I'm not regulating her,
Don't play around your family and friends. Put earphones on.
yeah,
You cannot be responsible for
I
anything
love
she
this
said.
disclaimer. Why you guys disclaimer me?
The funny thing is, I have the same disclaimer as well. I always
Yeah.
tell my friends, please do not open Snapchat when I around you. Like one time, I called my friend on Snapchat, and he's like, "Yo, don't say anything wild." My mom's next to me. I'm like, "Okay,
Thank you.
thank you."
Thank you.
So we see a lot of these mushrooming podcasts.
Yeah.
Where do you think this space is going to take us?
Podcasts is the future. Just because if you look at what's happening in America, you can get every type of podcast, whether it's your regular Joe Rogan or someone like Candace Owens, who does like a deep investigation into Manuel Macron's husband.
Yeah.
Yes, I said it.
Yeah.
Not wife.
Or like you,
Like
there's
this
murder-
morning, I just landed on a video. They were talking about the same thing, and,
Oh
how, she
my
was, and how she was walking. The guys
Yeah.
watch carefully how she walks. Do you
you
believe that,
get
though?
murder mysteries, you
He
get
does.
girl podcasts, you get cooking podcasts. So it's just creative and it allows people to find what they like. It's the future. But the thing people need to remember about podcasts is that forget that it's a structured show, but more conversation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The best ones are like the casual conversation. And the best example I always like to give is like the episode Joe Rogan did with Donald Trump. Love him or hate him, but it was just a conversation.
Yeah.
He had a couple questions in his head he wanted to do, but it just flowed, right?
Yes.
Like you're talking to between two friends, right? Those are the best podcasts where it's just basically it's if you were sitting with your friend talking and there happens to be microphones and cameras around you.
Just in your living room or in your backyard, and you're just having a normal I like that. I feel like you get to express yourself for like the real you comes out.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then
not
also it's
scripted
like
and all that.
example for me, if an episode comes out of one of my favorite podcasts, I'll start listening to it, hit the gym, be listening, be doing the dish. I can do something while I listen to it. I don't have to sit down and watch it like a TV show, right? I can be doing other things with my hands while I'm watching it, whether it's in the car and everything. So podcasts are the future, but people need to remember that it is a free-flowing conversation. You can have a little bit of a structure, have fun. It's about the chemistry between like the co-hosts or even like the guests. And just let your authentic personality come out. That's the other thing also I think maybe you've seen is that some people are a little bit shy to show who they are as people. And they put on like, don't take this person, put on a radio show, like personality when it's like, no, we're watching this because we like you as a person. Like show yourself. Don't put a mask on to please everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the way we do it here. I'm the guy who
Yes,
does the
yes.
radio show, and then she's doing the podcast version.
I
this
should do
Uncensored.
that.
show,
I'm not
you
even
know.
complaining.
Anderson,
Because I love to be
Yes.
authentic. I don't.
Yes.
Anderson, I think, is it 2 weeks ago? We
Yes.
spoke about Joe, and we spoke about a space, a
Yes.
masterclass, which is coming up
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
on how do you commercialize all of these efforts.
Yes.
I mean, you have a podcast, people are enjoying it, there's conversation rolling, but
No money.
you make
beyond
money?
just
No
a show,
money. Yeah.
I mean, people put a lot of effort. I
Yes.
have one of my colleagues here, what was her name? The queen of the mic, Daria Kish.
Okay.
Every day she wakes up,
Yeah.
she's borrowing her dad's neckties
You know?
to create content.
Yes. Yes.
And that's effort. Every morning she has at least a video. Time to edit. She's learning how to use AI and all of that. A lot of effort put into something and a lot of passion that goes into it. But most of the time it just remains you've gained numbers,
Yes.
but these numbers are not meaning anything to you. But you still have to go and buy the next lotion to look good for,
Yes.
for the camera. Yes.
Facts.
So what is this masterclass coming up?
Yes, so this masterclass, it will be Joe Makuza who's teaching, because as you can see, he takes time to understand how to digitally grow, how to start things because some people are scared. But then also for someone like her who has started, who has put in the work, in my opinion, I say you have to do the 10,000 hours. And we have to be honest about that. And in the 10,000 hours, you will not necessarily be making money because your numbers need to grow and all of that. So that's what Joe will be teaching. How do you grow? How do you put in the 10,000 hours? How do you work without making money at first? And then we have the real Gasana, who will be teaching now how do you make money. If you've done the 10,000 hours, if you've done the content, if you've borrowed so many ties from your dad, that when they see you, they start, she's coming to ask for money again. Because people do get tired of creatives.
Yes.
How do you now monetize? How do you make money from Instagram? How do you make money from TikTok? Who is paying better? Why are they paying better? And we will have all those discussions to see how do we make it happen, because it's possible. It's just we need more experts to teach us how to make it happen. And in Africa, we are very, very young. It's a very, very young demographic, which means they are watching and consuming way more than any other continent, but we are not making money from it. And that's a problem. And that I would love for that to be fixed.
So when is this masterclass happening? Is it a one-day event?
A 4-day event.
It's a 4-day event.
Yes. Joe Makuza will teach for 2 days, and then the real Gasana will teach also for 2 days. So 4 from the 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th. Per day will be 5K, but if you prefer to pay 20K all at once, it would be better. And come up, we will learn both in English, because Joe will teach in English, and then Gasana will teach in Kinyarwanda, so that we also have variation, so that people don't get lost. And I can't wait to have you. It's at the French Institute from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., which I am learning that it should be a problem. Though? Not yet, but the next masterclass, I think I'll definitely put it Saturday and Sunday, because people are struggling with Monday to Thursday.
Sure.
So who is invited in this space? Everyone who has an account on Instagram and TikTok?
So the people that are invited is anyone who actually wants to make money online and wants to start a podcast or an Instagram influencer, but I can only have 40 people because the space where we're learning is little. So right now, whoever registers first will be the first served, and then whoever is 41st, is that how you say it?
Yeah, 41st.
41st will not be able to attend.
Okay, so how do they register?
So a Sync event.
Sync events.
Yes, Sync events is the one I'm using. Yes, it's a very good website. And also they can go on my DM, how do you say it? Link in the bio. Yes,
Link
on
in the bio.
Instagram.
Link
Link
in
in
the
the bio. Oh,
Not
volume.
Blink in the
Link in the bio. Yes, link in the bio. I'm
Link
sorry.
in the
It's a
bio,
joke.
yes.
Yes, link in the bio of volume, the page, and then they can get all the other informations.
Interesting. Look out for that and make sure you're benefiting. Be a part of the 40 people that will have a space in there. Joe, let's just get back to our conversation of being a Kigalian. Not so many people achieve the status of being themselves.
Yes.
Not so many people. All of us are simply faking it on the streets.
Fake it till you make it.
We fake it at home, we fake it at work, we fake it in the social circles. And some of these conversations you're having on your podcast are really difficult conversations. People never want to talk about nothing. Yes. How did you achieve that status in your rights, you guys, to be able to speak boldly about the things that Kigalians would normally not talk about openly? They say it's because of the culture.
I think it's a balance between me and Audrey, because I'm the out-of-pocket one, and he's the more sensible one. But of course, we've had.
Okay, you could have put it another way.
Okay, he's the well-mannered one.
Thank
I'm
you.
the naughty
Better,
one.
way better.
Okay.
Right, and then, but also we have moments where he gets out of pocket and I bring him back in check.
It does help.
It does help. So it's
does
that
help.
balance of being able to show the different sides. And I think one thing that's very essential for the both of us is he spent how many years outside did you live outside Rwanda?
10 or 11, I think.
10 years.
Yeah. I left when I was super young, came back when I was a grown person. But then I still lived here longer than he did, because I grew up here.
Okay.
Yes, I started my life here, then I left for studies afterwards. So I have an experience. He didn't.
You didn't have an experience living here?
Yeah, like a
I
long term.
did.
Like growing
Growing here.
He
Okay.
Yeah.
doesn't know that there's things that regular Rwandese kids know, that and understand that he couldn't process because of his.
Is he learning though to
experience.
process?
Sorry?
Slowly, steadily.
Yeah, he's trying. He's trying his best right now.
Right? Like I always tell people, like I'm Randis, but I'm not Randis in the sense that I understand where our mindset comes from, why the way we are, but at the same time, when I see it, I have, excuse my French, I have the balls to call bullshit on it.
Oh.
Right? Because it's like, why shouldn't we have this
See what I
conversation?
meant? This is exactly what I
know.
meant.
Right? The
Okay,
perfect.
okay, Joe, radio edit.
Oh, sorry.
Oopsie. Sorry.
We live, bro.
So example like the perfect topic we talked about that got a little bit popular was the thing about drinking in Kigali.
Yes. Yes.
And we were like, okay, we get it, like drinking is bad, but at the same time, are we going to have the conversation about how all of us growing up, we saw it, if it was not our parents, our uncles, our aunts, our cousins drinking all the time. Whether something good happened, you drink. Something bad happens, you drink. You're bored, you drink. Someone got married, you drink. Someone died, you drink, right? So it's no surprise that people our generation are drinking so much because we saw it as kids, and now as adults, we are using it as a coping mechanism
Yes.
for other things,
Yes.
right? That's one part of conversation. And the other one is there's only so many things in Kigali you can do before you run out of it, right? You can only go to Akagera so many times. You can only go to Nyungwe so many times. You can only go to Fazenda so many times. Keep in mind, I do this stuff on a regular as well. I like going to Akagera. I've gone like 3-4 times with my friends now on a regular basis, right? But most people cannot afford to do that.
Exactly.
So it's like there's only so many times you can do all the other things before you get bored and you end up at where? Drinking,
Drinking again.
right? You go to
Yeah.
Gisenyi.
But you
you-
never get bored of drinking.
Oh, you get bored of drinking. I've reached that age where it's like it's kind of boring, it's pedantic, but don't get it twisted. Like if there's a good occasion, like during the ball time, during balls, I was at Atelier d'Event. I was drinking with my friends, and it was a lot of fun. But if you're drinking every day, eventually it gets bored because you're going to the same places with the same people with the same drinks, nothing new. So eventually you'll be like, okay, cool. What else can I do? And that's where you need a good group of friends or family to come up with something new and interesting. But it's important we have these discussions of why do we drink, number one.
So
Number two,
much.
is there other things to do aside from drinking?
Also, like as you said, like the financial aspect of it is very important. That's something that people don't understand. So there's so many people in this country that can afford to do whatever Joe does on the daily, right?
Very
So
few.
very few people.
Very few.
So like, first you broke,
Mm.
you're struggling,
You're drinking too much.
you're drinking too much because
And you have multiple partners.
But then if you're broke, where do you get the money to drink?
Oh, because
This is the cheapest expense.
You've never been like broke drinking, right? Broke drinking, like at least with
Nah.
guys. Let's say you have 10K, right?
Yeah.
2K for transport on moto. You get there, you buy let's say 2-3 beers, 1K each, and then you put 5K together to buy a bottle
bottle.
As a group.
Yeah.
as a group.
Yeah.
We did that in like uni time.
Exactly,
it
but
was
like,
just-
but like here, that's what I was trying to say is that's the cheapest activity you can do. Akagera is like what? How much you pay? for Akagera?
Okay, so with I could get an example is we use my friend's car. We
Yeah.
pay for the interest is like I think $30-$40.
Mm.
But then again, we also borrow camping equipment from other people and everything.
You see, yeah. So like, how many people do you think can do that?
and how many people understand that lifestyle?
Exactly.
Is
So it's
also-
very difficult. It's cultural as well. It's like we're not open-minded that much yet to understand that like there's that kind of activity.
I think we need to come up with a solution. What else can we do other than drinking?
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
But like
Yes.
with the I could get a thing, right? If you can get one person to either use their car like a 4x4 or rent it for the day, you need a fridge to put food and drinks in. When you call like a
See,
getter,
like,
when you
it's
call Akagera,
not-
you can have them put the tent
Yeah.
up for you, right?
Yeah.
You get some sleeping bags, some extra clothes and everything, and you can go around. Once you pay the entrance fee, you can drive around. So if you're with 4 friends, all of you like save up money for it and you just contribute and go. You can do that. But then again, not many people are in the privileged position I am where I can
Yes.
do it on a regular
Also,
basis.
I won't lie. I could do it, but I would never. Like
Yeah.
living with animals, sleeping, knowing
I'm
there's
not
a-
doing that either.
I-
I'm not. I
Hell no.
swear, I'm not doing
Hell
that.
no.
It takes us back to do I love that? Do I love the
Yes.
Yeah,
wild? Because
yeah.
not everyone loves the wild.
Yeah.
People love different things.
Yeah.
I've once suggested that to friends, and they're like, "No, who wants to go and see animals?"
Yeah.
And I'm
You know,
like,
and
It's not
that,
just
that
seeing them,
brings up-
living with them,
Yeah.
like sleeping near them.
Lions,
You
lions.
sleep with
I
like
think it's
them
fun.
going around.
No, I'm
I
not
agree with
doing
you.
that.
But like
yeah.
just like on one time I went with my friends. We're out camping by the river and I wake up at 3 a.m. and I hear a noise,
Yo,
and I'm
no,
like,
no, no, that's so-
I think
I
that's.
love that. I love.
I
sleep
think
by
that's
the
a hyena
river.
next to the to
Oh
the
my
tent, and I'm like, you know what? If I die, I die. Let me just go back to sleep. I went to
Yeah.
sleep, and I woke up, and I'm here now telling this
I would do
fantastic
the
story.
same.
That's fun. It was really fun.
It was fun, right? But it's like that's the thing.
Was
Also,
it?
like
I
all
think
I have to do is I went to rock climbing with
Did you
some friends sometime, and we took some friends with us who were a bit uncomfortable, but they
Yeah.
did it once, and they were like, "Wow, that was a lot of fun." Right? So if I take you camper, you'll be like, "Okay, now I see the
I
hype."
swear.
But,
You
but
need to go to
also,
experience the other side of life.
also on that subject,
No.
Yeah.
now the issue is why I loved so much that podcast is there was an introduction of Tungweles, which was telling young people there is such a big number of people drinking and this and this and this.
Yeah.
But then they stopped. No one said, okay, what do we do now? What are the activities to do? It just, the word was there. There's a lot of hype around it. A lot of even money spent
Yeah.
on the campaign. And then they stopped. And I was like, the problem is not fixed. People are still
Find the
drinking.
solution.
You know, what's the solution? If he's saying that he gets bored, that's the best outcome. Others are alcoholics. So the worst of it is also not talked about enough, because if the issue was young people are becoming alcoholics, so let's stop it. Let's drink less. But then the young people are like, okay, we are bored. What do we do now? And no one answered that question.
Okay, so as young people, what do you think can be the solution?
I
What else
think-
is there to do?
Okay, the really cool thing I like about Rwanda, the government, is that if they want to do something, they'll put incentives in place to facilitate it, right? So I think like putting example tax incentives for other entertainment things that do not involve alcohol, right?
Yeah.
So mean example, if Anderson is hosting her event, she gets a tax credit or a tax break, right? Last week I went to a friend of mine, she had an art gallery exhibition.
Yeah.
She just curated it. She got like 5 artists. They all pulled this stuff up. I got to see friends I hadn't seen in a long time, and it was really nice.
and
'Cause
there
you
was
got-
no alcohol.
Oh, there was a little bit of alcohol.
Oh,
but like,
no.
it was not the main thing.
Yeah.
I
was-
need things with no alcohol.
So, like, example, a friend of mine was there. We always joke, like, yo, you always have a drink in his hand. But to that night, I was like, nah, I'm not drinking tonight. I actually do want to enjoy the art and catching up with old friends. So, incentivizing things like that, where no alcohol is involved,
Yeah.
where people can put on, whether it's live performances,
Yeah.
art shows, exhibitions, that thing.
And I have to mention the girl. Remember the Tsatsi Rugege.
Yeah.
There's a girl who really focused on getting sober
Yeah.
even before the Tungweles arrived. And then with Tungweles, she really kept pushing, showing, okay, what are the activities you can do, spaces you can go in. And every Tuesday at the Circle Kigali, she holds sober-friendly night. So they meet, they eat popcorns, they laugh, they have conversations about how they've been struggling
That
with
sounds
stopping
good.
to drink. It's really good. Every Tuesday at the Circle Kigali, Rugege Tsatsi, she has a sober-friendly circle.
I know
where
her.
people
Just
don't
one
drink.
question. When you
Yes.
get off of alcohol, do you
Yes.
automatically become skinny?
Not automatically, but you will lose
True.
belly
The-
fat.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
belly fat, because alcohol has a lot of sugar in it. People don't talk about it. It has
And
a
not
lot
just
of
the
It's
sugar.
a meal. It's a whole meal.
Yeah.
Don't
I
forget
think-
that.
I
The cereals
think-
and shit.
I
Sorry,
think
and stuff.
losing belly fat, whatever, losing weight is really fine when you're actually off alcohol.
Yeah.
Because it's unnecessary fat. It's
Yes.
the fat that you shouldn't be having anyway.
Yeah.
And also the other
But
thing
also
people-
for us,
But do you want to
getting
lose
fat, it's
weight?
not
Are you
because we
asking because
drink
you want to lose weight?
No, I just wanted to know.
The
Are you
benefits
trying to
of
say I
okay.
should? I'm fat because I take alcohol?
Let me bring the
Shots
conversation
fired.
to order.
Yes.
Have you ever been in a situation where you are broke because of money, empty pockets in front of a car bill, or you just want to go to places like Akajira, but you know you just don't know how to fix it?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's school fees that you want to pay for your kids and you just cannot find the money. BPR has come up with a solution. They call it Igurize. On your mobile phone now, you can borrow up to 1 million Rwanda francs by simply dialing star 150 hash, or you can use the Mobi app. For more details, the BPR branch is next to you, or you can call 1500. Talk to them. Let's date better, because it's difficult to date without money.
Check. BPR Bank is
And that's
for
not
people,
what's funny.
and it's for better.
that was an amazing ad
That
placement.
needs to be on a t-shirt, JC. Come on.
That was an amazing ad placement.
You know, let's date better.
It's been a pleasure to have Joe Landry Anderson with us in the studios.
Thank you for
Anything that you
podcast
guys
you
want to
for-
say?
Thank you
Miss
so
Me
much
with
for
the
having me.
bullshit is coming on YouTube. It's already
Yes,
there,
it's
right?
already,
Out,
yeah,
it's
go
out.
check it
Go
out.
find out about their episode and, of course, their podcast. Follow them. These guys, I see their faces everywhere. Every time I
It's a good
open,
thing, though.
I see them on the timeline. They're arguing with Kigali about A, B, C, D, and E. DJ Msinga has been awesome, and he continues to bring to you great music for the morning right after these messages right here, right now.